Have you ever wondered how much a referral is really worth when building a custom home? Maybe a friend tells you, "I had a great experience with XYZ contracting." That's helpful, but is it enough? Was their project similar to yours? Did it have the same level of detail and complexity? How well did that builder work with the architect? And who referred who in the first place? These are the questions that determine the true value of a recommendation. When you start building your team, referrals are everywhere. Friends, family, even professionals will point you toward their go-to architect, builder, or designer. But here's the reality. A referral is a starting point, not a decision. You still need to do your homework. And just as importantly, you need to understand whether that referral is even relevant to your project. In higher-end or more complex projects, referrals can actually become overrepresented in the decision-making process. What I mean by this is people tend to lean heavily on a recommendation because it feels safe. But the bigger and more complex the project becomes, the more important it is to step back and evaluate whether that referral truly fits your specific goals, your design, and your budget. A great experience for someone doesn't automatically translate into the right fit for you. Welcome back to the Insider's Guide to Custom Homes. I'm your host, Rick Bell, and my mission is to provide sound advice to anyone thinking about building a custom home. For over 40 years, I've been building custom homes throughout South Florida, and I want to help you navigate your journey the right way. Back in episode 1, we talked about building your team early in the design process. But today, we're answering a more important question. How do you choose the right team? Let's break it down. You can hire your architect first, but not in a vacuum. Every great home starts with an architect who can translate your vision into reality. But here's where many people go wrong. They design the home first and figure out the cost later. That's backwards. You should have your builder involved early so you can design to a realistic budget. When searching for an architect, review their portfolio carefully. Make sure their style aligns with yours. Confirm they understand your price range. Check licensing and local experience. And start with about 5 firms. Narrow it down to about 2 or 3 after your initial calls. Then, go deeper. What are their timelines for design and construction documents? What's their current backlog? How do they structure their fees? Can you visit their projects or speak with past clients? This is one of the largest investments of your life. The design has to be right. So let's take a step back. Don't design in a vacuum. You need someone helping you establish a realistic budget and keep your design aligned with it. That someone is typically your builder, or in some cases, an owner's representative. For larger or more complex projects, an owner's rep can be a tremendous asset. They act as your advocate, helping manage the process, coordinate the team, and keep everything aligned with your goals. If you want to learn more about that role, go back and listen to episode 12 and the interviews I had with Tom Caloris and Rick Pena. But if your project is more straightforward and you're comfortable assembling your own team, bring your builder in early. It's a smart move. One of the most common mistakes I see is when a homeowner spends months designing a beautiful home, invests heavily in plans and renderings, then sends it out for pricing, and the numbers come in way over budget. Now, they're forced to redesign, cut features, or even start over completely. That's an avoidable mistake. Design to budget. That should be the rule from day one. And realistically, the person best equipped to manage that process is your builder. So how do you go about finding the right builder? Choosing a builder can feel overwhelming. Referrals help, but they're only one piece of the puzzle. Driving around and seeing construction signs doesn't tell you what you need to know. It doesn't tell you their capacity, how they manage their jobs, what their client experience is like, or whether they're stretched too thin. Start with 3 to 5 builders. Have initial conversations. Ask about their experience, their process, and what separates them from others. But beware, the cost per square foot conversation is a trap. Most builders operate within a similar price range. The real difference comes from design complexity, finishes, and execution. Let's discuss how you can truly evaluate a builder. Meet them in person. Walk an active job site. Tour a completed home. Speak directly with past clients. Pay attention to how they talk about challenges, because every project has them. The question isn't whether problems happen, it's how they're handled. Now, building a custom home is like a relationship. The first meeting is like the first date. Then you're dating and get to know each other better. Then you commit, you sign a contract, and during construction, you're basically married. You want that relationship to work all the way through the process, and ideally beyond. With your architect and builder in place, you will still need to build the rest of your team. Another key member is your interior designer, and they should be brought on board early in the architectural process. As your project evolves, you'll bring in additional team members, like your landscape architect and lighting consultant. The same rule applies. Referrals help, but due diligence matters more. Investing time upfront to build the right team will pay significant dividends. You'll stay in control, you'll avoid costly mistakes, and ultimately, you will build a better home. If you're planning to build or know someone who is, be sure to like, share, and check out more episodes of the Insider's Guide to Custom Homes wherever you get your podcast. I'm Rick Bell. Build it right, build it informed, build it the Landmark way. And as always, enjoy the journey.